Hi Sagittarius, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of February 11th through the 17th. This is for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Sagittarius Rising signs. So Sag, for this reading, I am using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck along with the Spirit Animal Oracle cards by Colette Baron-Reid. Alright, and so I have a few threes here. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Six of Cups. So for some of you, maybe a situation involving three people is significant. That could be a love triangle, but it also could be a family situation, a business matter, any situation really where there's three people that are significant, because you do have three threes. We do also, though, have the Lovers card. So some of you on the love front definitely may be dealing with like a three-party situation. Six of Cups can represent someone from the past returning. So for some of you, maybe this week someone from the past is popping up. There could be some Sages that maybe you're reconciling. If it's not a three-party situation, threes also speak about growth, expansion, making progress. The overall energy is the Four of Pentacles. So financially, this is very good. Financially feeling very secure, having, you know, something to fall back on, having money in the bank. Fours speak about stability. And so this is very good financially. We don't see you in a bad place here. As a matter of fact, maybe there's some Sages that this week you're not spending that much. For me, it can be also, you know, a very... it's not the most open energy. It can be a little bit of like a stubborn energy. So for some of you, maybe needing to be more open this week, especially if there is, you know, maybe someone from the past popping back up. But we are starting out with the Six of Swords here. So Six of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles. So very interesting. For some of you, maybe children, family matters could be significant with the Six of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. For me, this can speak about family matters, but also, you know, anything to do with property, assets, inheritances, and things like that. If you were a Sag that maybe there's like three people involved in like a family matter, maybe something to do with assets or property. With the Six of Swords, this is speaking about moving away from challenges, difficulties, and you do have some sixes here as well. And so sixes represent that balance, that harmony, and then the threes speak about growth and progress. And so if you do have like a family matter or something to do with inheritances or assets, things like that, I feel like you are making progress, and the energy this week is going to feel a lot lighter. You, Sag, could be the Empress. I do have the Empress here, and so the Empress is a beautiful woman, a successful woman. She can be a mother, but she doesn't have to be. She also can be a grandmother. So some of you definitely could be the Empress here. There could be some Sages that maybe you're traveling this week to see family. You also could be moving house. Travel's definitely coming up for many of you. So some of you are maybe moving. If you've been trying to move, you know, there could be a lot happening with that here this week. The Three of Rods represents that hard work that you've put into this. You know, you've worked very hard. There still might be, you know, some more work that's needed, but you're definitely making progress. And you're very, very close to your ships coming in. For some of you, you could be like a businesswoman. You might be someone who owns their own business. If you were trying to grow or expand your business, definitely see that happening here this week for those of you that are business owners. And if you went through any sort of like difficulties on the business front, you could be moving away from that. The energy is definitely improving for you. You know, you also have this creative energy here. So if you do own your own business, you do have this creative energy to work with. Now, the Empress is also that very fertile energy. So if you're a Sag woman and you want to get pregnant, you know, definitely give it a go here this week. We do have the Eight of Cups, which is interesting. We have the Eight of Cups, which is speaking about that forward movement, emotionally speaking, emotionally moving on, emotionally looking forward, planning for the future, ready to move on. Maybe some of you went through something, but now you're ready to move on. You might be in the process of even healing. The Eight of Cups can also speak about you moving away from someone or something that's no longer serving you emotionally, maybe even giving up on something here. And you know, what's interesting is we have this Three of Swords. So maybe there was like a difficult situation for some of you. Could be like a love triangle or a difficult family matter, but for some of you, this is like, I'm over it. I'm leaving it behind. I'm leaving it in the past. I'm ready to move on. And so with the Lovers card, some of you could be making that very important decision. With the Lovers card, that important life-changing decision. So some of you are maybe over this matter, the situation. You're done, you know, done with dealing with it. Maybe you're sick of dealing with it. And some of you maybe are letting go. You're moving on. You're making an important decision. And we do have the Nine of Pentacles here, which for me is very much an independent energy. This person is very successful. You know, they've worked very hard. The Nine of Pentacles with the Empress, definitely reading for some female Sages here this week. This person is successful. They've worked very hard. They have a lot to show for themselves. So some of you are doing very well in life, but maybe you've been dealing with something that's been weighing on your heart. It's been a difficult situation, but you're over it. With this Six of Swords and this Eight of Cups, this is like you moving away from this, moving on. Some of you are maybe going to be on your own. You could be leaving a relationship with the Nine of Pentacles. Maybe some of you are going to be single, but I don't see you, you know, I don't see you stressing about that whatsoever. So again, with this Four of Pentacles, maybe some of you have been hanging on, but you're deciding to maybe let go here at this time, especially with the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, and then those of you that are still dealing with like a three-party situation, maybe a decision is what's needed. Maybe you need to make a decision. Those of you that this is a business matter or a family matter, maybe to do with assets or property, I think you're making progress with the threes here. You're seeing growth, you're making progress. And then with the sixes, the energy is improving. And I think you're seeing things finally this week maybe begin to shift and move forward. And that's energetically speaking. If you've been trying to start something new, no matter if you're male or female, you know, if you've been trying to start something new, you know, the energy is right for that. So get creative, plan, and then, you know, get started here, because I feel like the energy is just shifting here. This is, you know, some positive energy that's coming in for you guys. But let's pull you an additional guidance card. Sagittarius, what else does Sagittarius need to know? And for some of you, maybe someone is coming back from the past. Maybe this person has hurt you. They could have broken your heart. Yeah, and with the Lovers card, a decision is needed. You know, for some of you, are you going to forgive them, or are you going to move on? But let's see, what else does Sag need to know? right, Sag. So this card just slapped right out. All right, so very interesting. Koi fish spirit. There is always enough. So if you're a Sag that has been stressing a lot, you know, this could be financially. For those of you that maybe have a legal matter or something to do with property or assets, inheritances, things like that. You know, if you've been stressing, this is, you know, Spirit saying there's always enough. You have more than enough. Some of you maybe need to be grateful for, you know, what you already have, for also, you know, the loved ones that you have in your life. And, you know, the more grateful we are, you know, the more blessings that we attract. You know, a grateful heart always attracts blessings. And so, yeah, you know, for those of you that are stuck in your head or worrying quite a bit here this week, this is letting you know that you really don't have anything to worry about. Some of you do have abundance coming in, financially in a good place. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, the Empress, and then these 3s with the 6s. So growth. Some of you might be able to save money. Maybe that's something you've been trying to do. Some of you are maybe going to be able to maybe finally start being able to save some money here this week. But this is definitely some money coming in. Some of you could see an increase financially here. All right, Sag, so I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading with me, please check out northeasttarot.com. Have a great week.